Hey YouTube, so we went to Logandale, Las Vegas 2 years ago in December 2017. I'm going to share with you these images. I don't have video footage, but I do have lots of images. And this would be similar to what we just did in the side-by-sides. We just released all that side-by-side footage, but instead we did it in these just, like monster Jeeps. So these are TJs. Sometimes they're referred to as LJs, or the long wheelbase TJs. But these are like super big LJs in that they had to actually extend them to get all the stuff underneath them. And they're on 1 tons and like I think it was like larger than 40-inch tires. I don't remember the exact tire size. Maybe somebody can tell me by looking at it or whatever. It doesn't really matter. But anyway, so we did rock crawling with these guys, and this was kind of similar to like what you do with off-road consulting, and it was us and then just the guide. There was no other Jeeps out there, and then the guide that was with us was the guy that was doing all the photography work also. So that's where a lot of these pictures came from. In that you'll see like me driving, and you have these like kind of scenic backgrounds. So this is the same area that we did just now with a side by side. The Valley of Fire was what we did with the side by side, and then we got on the edges of this portion of the Logandale Trail system. But I wanted to share with the YouTube community and my friends the pictures of what it looks like in a Jeep, because a lot of the people that I go out with have Jeeps. I have a Jeep, and so it's kind of sometimes a little bit hard to see the difference between like the side-by-side footage versus the Jeep footage. And so this is the exact same park. This is Logandale, and the difference is I think that this is more of the northeasterly part of the park, where the side-by-side footage was more of the southerly area. And you can see that we're on the edges of the Valley of Fire. And so this sand dune area is the exact same sand dune area that was like a video or two ago, when you see the sand dunes. And then like you'll see a spot in the video, I think it's probably near the end, where we kind of do like a group photo with Mary and everything. That group photo is a spot in the video where I was like, hey, up there on those hills is like the big scenic picture area. So a lot of this is the exact same area, but you can see like the vast difference of like what it's like in a Jeep versus a side-by-side. The Logandale area is actually like pretty damn cool, like the terrain that they offer. And it's just like a different type of off-roading when you're in a Jeep, because when you're in a Jeep you're usually going over much bigger obstacles and you're going much slower. This is more like in the 2 to 5 mile per hour range, where the side by side was more of like the 10 to 15, occasionally 30 mile per hour range. And I don't remember the exact price. I'm sure somebody's going to ask me the price. You can look it up. It's like Las Vegas Rock Crawlers is the name of the company. I want to say it was kind of similarly priced, like it was somewhere between like say like $200 and $500. But I don't exactly remember or recall, because actually Kimberly paid for this trip. The side by side trip, I ended up pocketing. And all of this is spotted, in that like basically we are just following the guide around through the mountains, where with the side by sides we were just like given free reign to just kind of do whatever. So we're following him around, and he's just kind of like talking to us through his window, I guess, because he's just like, I don't know, 10 feet away, 20 feet ahead of us, telling us like what to do, roughly. This was one of the more advanced trails. They had an area that was even more sophisticated than this, but the even more sophisticated area, they didn't want to take us until they knew who we were, and they actually had gone out with us, because the other one was even more dangerous than this one. If I had to put a color on these trails, like for similar to what they would be like back in Pennsylvania around AOA and Rash Creek, I would say the color would be somewhere around black. These were probably like sevens ish, 7, 8s. They definitely were not like reds, like they weren't like impossible by any means. Maybe like areas of them were like a Roush Creek red, but they definitely were, at least at a minimum, the grade of like blue, and easily in different areas getting upwards into black terrain. And once again, I mean, a lot of these obstacles I absolutely probably wouldn't do unless I had a spotter with me, or somebody that like a local guide that knew where to go, because some of the stuff was like, it was pretty ridiculous of what we were doing. But it wasn't like scary, but like it wasn't too scary to me, because I had a very well like seasoned person with me that was like telling me where to go. So anyway, so these are the group shots that were up on the mountainside. Please like and subscribe. And this was Las Vegas Rock Crawlers that we went out with. Thanks.